Been some kind of year for you. You've done some kind of job keeping this ball club together, culminated right here by the 1977 championship.
Well, Bill, they're battlers. They did it all year. We had to beat a great club in Kansas City to get here. They were a great ball club, and we beat another great club in an organization when we beat the Dodgers.
Well, somebody said you ought to get the Nobel Peace Prize.
I don't care about things like that. I'm just so happy for these guys that they're really great.
Billy, earlier now, you got a nice bonus, and you've got a sort of a vote of confidence. How about next year for Billy Martin?
Well, next year, I hope we're going to come back and do it again. Our organization is starting to build, getting some more players, and we're going to be awful tough.
Would there be any changes that Billy Martin might want to make on this present Yankee championship ball club?
Well, I'm not in that position to make changes. I'll make suggestions, but Gabe and Mr. Steinberg makes the changes.
Billy, at what point in this season did you feel that the Yankees might get together, put it together, and go on and win this thing?
Well, I thought right after the All-Star break, we looked like we were all together. It looked like everything was put aside, and we're going to play a little baseball. And when they want to play baseball, they can play it.
Billy, this year, I think the Yankees went to the long ball a little bit more, and it paid off here in this ball game. Reggie Jackson with the 3 home runs.
Fantastic.
That wasn't that great?
It was great. I'm so happy for him. He was just great. That was fantastic.
Billy, good talking to you, and we hope and we know you're going to be back next year. Billy Martin.
Thank you, Bill.
All right! All right! Listen, I've been waiting this long.
Whoa! Yogi, come here, Yogi. I wish that Elsa would put that in his stomach where it belongs, not on top of my head. Yogi, you've been through all this before. You've done such a good job with Billy, moving the outfielders and sort of moving the people. This has got to be a pretty good thrill for you, Yogi, despite all the other Yankee wins.
Well, it's true. You know, all the hardships we had here, they claimed them and everything. Everybody, they went out on the field and played the ball game, and that's all that counts.
All right. Hey, Yogi, good talking to you. Thurman, come in here. I think I've got Munson. Is that you?
I think.
Well, I can't see. Thurman, a heck of a ball, a heck of a year last year, most valuable player. Culminated this year, and I know as a player that the only thing anybody wants is to be considered the champions of all baseball, and the Yankees are that this year.
Well, you know, we had a lot of problems. You know, we were down all year, and everybody was betting against us, and we had a lot of confusion. But I'll tell you what, you know, we went out to play, and we didn't care about names or what, and I just happy as hell to be here, you know.
You did it on the field, right?
We tried.
Now, Thurman, I've got to ask you a question. Yes, I do. Because we're both from Ohio, and we're both Buckeyes. Now, let me ask you this. Do you want to go back to Cleveland, or are you happy here in New York?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm trying to be happy right now.
You are happy, but are you happy here? Do you want to stay here?
I like to play baseball. I'm going to play baseball somewhere. I'll tell you that. Okay, how's that?
All right. Okay, Thurman. Thurman Munson had a great year. Reggie Jackson. Hey, Reggie, come on over and talk to me, please. We're going to get, hey, Reggie, a heck of a game. You know, 5 home runs in a 6-game series, a new record for 6 games, 3 home runs in 1 ball game, and that sort of ties a guy, Babe Ruth, who did it twice.
Well, Bill, you know, it's a great feeling. A lot of people talk about, you know, great players or great feelings, and I think the word that's superstar is overused a lot. And you played in the era where the word really originated. Guys like DiMaggio and Mays and Aaron and Clemente, and I can now say that I had one day that was like those guys.
Hey, you know, you saved the best for last, and I think that's your true test of a star.
Well, thanks a lot, Bill. It wasn't easy. There's a lot of people that stuck with me, and I can say that I know there's a God in heaven, for sure. And I'm very, very happy for myself, but I'm really not important, you know. It's just the people that have stuck with me, from the commissioner's office to the American League president's office and our office, of course, and people like Fran Healy and Gary Walker and my mother and father and people at Standard Brands and Puma, and there's just a lot of people.
All right, let's forget about the commercials. Now, let me ask.
There's a lot of people that really pull for me, and I'm happy for them.
Now, let me ask you this. So much has been said about what Reggie Jackson wants to do next year. Can you tell us what Reggie Jackson wants to do next year, and what will Reggie Jackson do next year?
I'd like to win another World Series.
For whom?
Yankees.
All right, Reggie. Good talking to you. Hey, by the way, I was listening to the broadcast down here, and you are the series most valuable player. That's second time.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I got a little sister that needs a car, so.
All right, Reggie. Hey, heck of a game. See you next year, baby. Reggie Jackson down here, and we are very sorry that some of the photographers, of course, were a little bit in. Now let's go now to the commissioner of baseball, Bowie Kuhn, and the commissioner will make the presentation of the World Championship Trophy to the members of the New York Yankees. We're waiting now for George Steinbrenner and Gabe Paul and Billy Martin to come down here. And Commissioner, first of all, that's a beautiful trophy there.
It's a magnificent trophy, and it stands for something enormously important, the championship of the world. These guys really earned it.
Hey, there's a guy behind you. Maybe we can talk to quickly. Mike Torres, come on, before we give this trophy away. You know, we saw you came in into the clubhouse as the game was going on, and the intensity on your face. This has to be the greatest victory in your career.
Oh, it has to be, Bill. It is number one, and you know, I thought the playoffs were the number one for me because I felt that I helped the club to get into the World Series, and I thought even in the win in L.A., we went up one up, but this is it. This has to be the number one.
You mentioned working with just 3 days rest, and you seem to have pitched better with 3 days rest than with 4 or 5.
I'm in more command of my pitches. I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable. I don't try to overthrow. Sometimes when I rest too long, I seem to tendencies to really rear back and try to throw the ball by everybody, and that's not me. I'm usually try to sink the ball, make the guys hit the ball on the ground.
Mike, great game.
Thank you, Bill.
Mike Torres. Now let's get the George Steinbrenner in, the principal owner of the New York Yankees, and I think, George, that the Commissioner of Baseball has something for you that looks nice to me. Billy here? Where's Billy Martin?
Billy.
First of all, congratulations, George Steinbrenner.
Thank you. I'm proud for baseball, for the Yankees, and for New York.
It's been a tough year.
That it's been.
But as long as it's culminated by this, I'm sure you're more than happy.
Worth it all. Yeah. It's great for New York. Just great.
Commissioner, how about let's giving this great trophy
Billy
away?
in here. Where is he?
Billy Martin.
I think somebody has taken Billy Martin from us, but Elston Howard. I think he's going to congratulate. You know, Billy, he gets a lot of flack, but the true gentleman that is, he's gone over to congratulate his buddy Tommy Lasorda. So let's give this now to Yankee owner George Steinbrenner.
To you, to Gabe, to Billy, and to all the members of this great Yankee team who have earned this championship so much. I am really proud to present it to you, and I pick it up and hand it to you, except it's too heavy. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of your whole club and what you've accomplished this year. You're a real champion.
Thanks, Commissioner. I'm just happy it's back where it belongs, in New York.
Hey, George, what we got you here? Let's
Okay. All right.
Let's talk a little bit, George Steinbrenner.
I'm happy for the city.
Great thing.
Hey, Skipper, let's talk a little bit about what you intend to do with this club next year.
I'm not going to touch it.
You're going to leave it?
I'm not going to touch it. No, how can you touch a club like this?
All right,
And
well,
we're just going to try to get them all together, and we'll be back again next year.
all right, good. Congratulations. Now let's go back up to the booth and Keith Jackson.
All right, Bill White, thank you very much. And so the World Championship Trophy is back in Yankee Stadium for a 21st time, and there is a rule from the commissioner that we are not to go in the Dodger dressing room. That loser's dressing room is closed. Obviously, we'd like to talk and pay homage and tribute to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who've had a marvelous season, but we're not allowed. We'll be back with more after this word from our local station.
Sudden quickly down here, the Dodgers some kind of valued ball club.
Well, I think we played as well as we possibly could most of the time, but we just ran into some heavy artillery tonight, and when the man in right field starts hitting rockets out of there, we're all in trouble.
Nothing to be ashamed about.
Heck no. I think we played well. We had a good time. There's no shame to be beat by a great ball club.
Hey, shows what kind of person you are over here congratulating the Yankees.
Hey, I admire good performances, even if part of it is against us, and I think the guys did a heck of a job.
Good. Thank you, Don Sutton. Now let's go back up again to the booth.